Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today I am really excited to bring to you this review. And what we're looking at is the just released Hasbro Pulse exclusive Legacy Evolution set. It's a core class Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Now, for the most part, they are repainted in animation accurate colors, but Optimus Prime, as you can see right here, comes with its classic trailer. And there's actually a slew, well, I didn't say a slew, but there's a lot of fun extra accessories um, that come with it. And in fact, there was like a surprise or two that I was not expecting. And it really makes me enjoy this set. Now, Optimus Prime is a repaint of the Kingdom Core class figure that has actually been released, I believe, two possibly three times. I know in the current Legacy wave, there's going to be a re-release, and that's not counting the repaint we got a couple waves ago as Nemesis Prime, which introduced the Energon Axe accessory to the mold. Bumblebee is a repaint of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee figure that was, I think, one of the first Buzzworthy Bumblebee releases. And it came with that little spike figure. Um, that was the one that, like, if you were like me, you ran out and got it right away because you didn't know how long it was going to be around. But then it ended up shelf warming that you were able to get it on clearance for like pennies on the dollar. Um, Now, right off the bat, let me just say I do apologize. While I do have Kingdom Optimus Prime handy, I cannot remember where I put Buzzworthy Bumblebee, that core Bumblebee. I have it, it's packed away. It's a figure that's now about 2, 3 years old. It came out around the same time as the Kingdom Core figure. Um, so unfortunately, in terms of comparisons, you're just going to have to take my word for it, if you will. But as I said at the beginning, this is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I don't know if this is going to be released to other retailers. I'm sure other online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, they might get stock, but then again, the price might go up a little. And let me just mention right off the bat, before shipping, you're looking at roughly a $50 set, $45 set. So that's something to keep in mind while we're talking. So what I think we'll do now is we'll pause and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the trailer. Okay, so the biggest new thing in this set is the trailer, and I think we're going to take a look at that first. So the first thing you want to do is just pick it up like this, and right underneath, like the Earthrise and various masterpiece versions of the trailer, there is a little kickstand that flips down, and that will help it stay up. Now, I do want to draw attention to Optimus Prime right here. As you notice, you have this gray panel section. Well, this is a new piece that was added on. It slips on over the feet and that 3 millimeter hole to basically, and there are some tabs here that go into slots in the leg that basically, this is what you need to use to have the trailer uh, attached to Optimus Prime. Without it, unfortunately, there isn't, the peg there is not, the hole is not big enough for the peg. So yeah, it's, you lose this piece, you do basically end up not being able to have Prime tow the trailer. Now in robot mode, which we'll get to, this does act as a shield, and there is a way to store this in the trailer, which I'm going to show you. So we just get to move Optimus Prime off to the side, leave that, and then of course let's open this bad boy up. Same way it usually does, you split the sides, and I'm sure you heard it rattling around. We do have a roller. And let me just say that this is a very nice roller. The wheels are pinned in. It's solid. It has a top and a bottom. Uh, Unfortunately, there's no launching mechanism, but it can come. Oop, that rolled. Let's try that again. That can come down the ramp here. And by the way, this piece, this is actually kind of cool because when I saw the shield, I for some reason just thought it was going to be the Earthrise design and be that section of that ramp, but So there's Roller. Now let me just bring the trailer up here, and you can see you do have weapon storage. Now, not all the weapons can store. Basically, Optimus Prime's axe and ion blaster can store no problem. And then you have the option of storing uh, the blasters for Bumblebee. And that's actually one of the other surprises is that, as you can see here, this is the original blaster that came with that buzzworthy Bumblebee core figure. The set, and I didn't know this, comes with a new blaster that is closer to its original animated design. Either one can store in this little spot right here. And if you notice, it even has a little molded section for the slot on the new blaster for the clip, and it just pegs right in. The other blaster, of course, can store in vehicle mode on Bumblebee. So you do have that in terms of options. Let me just pop out the ion blaster here. And yes, now, on the instructions with this set, I was a little excited because I thought that they did away with the 3mm to 5mm post configuration. Unfortunately, they didn't. But now, originally, when released in Kingdom, the thought was give the larger figures would be able to hold this blaster, the ion blaster. But then it would look comically small on them, so I figured, why would you do it? Well, now it works because you can recreate some of the G1 toys gimmicks, like having a roller roll around with the ion blaster as a rolling armored vehicle. So that is a nice touch, and I'm just going to put that aside because we're going to throw some stuff with Optimus Prime with it. Oh, I do want to point out that on the original version, it was black. It was basically just molded black and then painted over with like a gunmetal gray to black. This is clearly molded in the same blue as here and here, and then painted over. And it's the same thing here with the axe. You can see it clearly there. So put those off to the side. Now, as you notice, we do have the repair drone. And what's really nice about this is I would say this is a full repair drone. If you remember on the Earthrise version, the repair drone was while it did have the claw. Oop, popped off there. This claw here, it was missing its radar dish. Well, the radar dish is included. What I'm basically thinking is by doing the trailer at this smaller scale, Hasbro is able to work more gimmicks for it into it, if that makes sense. That we can get more complete versions of the trailer. Now, the drone does pop off, and I just want to show it here. It does pop off there, but also pops off here. So you have a couple options of what you want to do with it. You are meant to pop it off at the main section, and then pop it onto roller. And this is a gimmick that really I only remember seeing that started with Masterpiece 3.0, and then of course the Earthrise version. But that with the repair drone being removable, but then attaching to roller like this. And of course, you can extend it if you so desire. It does peg. I will admit, it does peg in loosely at this at the actual drone section. So there is that. Now the other thing, let me just close the trailer back up. Is they can recreate um, another one of the gimmicks from the toy, and that was having the drone pop out of the top of the trailer. And the way it does that is there are little tabs here that will just peg into the sides there, and there you go. So you can do that. Now, the final gimmick that really involves the trailer and uh, the repair drone is the actual repair dock when you fold the trailer up like so. I know in other and some areas. This has always been considered like armoring up Optimus Prime. And this is where the shield comes in. If you notice, there are these two tabs here that, while in truck mode, kind of limit the ability for the cab to rotate, and they do peg in there. Now, keep in mind, if you peg the shield hitch piece in, you basically can't have Roller or Bumblebee rolling down the ramp. So it's really just meant for this mode. And then, here, let me actually use the original version of Optimus Prime. Just stand him in just like that. So a lot of variety, different play patterns to the trailer. I mean, if you want, Bumblebee can fit into, but I don't know why you would. Just remember that, and yes, you can close the trailer up with that in there. But again, Roller will not, and that's one other thing I'm a little disappointed about. There's no way to peg Roller in anywhere to keep it from rolling around. Pardon the pun. But just remember, if as long as this is attached to the trailer, Prime won't be able to tow the trailer. So there's that. And then if you want to just close everything back up, bring the arm, bring that down, bring the arm back and around, close the radar dish. There's a tab here that goes into a slot right on top of one of the guns of the repair bay, and just fold it back up. And then fold up the ramp and close it right back up. And if you want, you can reattach the shield. I'm not pegging it in all the way, just for demonstration, but there you go. So a lot of fun there with the trailer and the accessories. So what we'll do now is we'll pause and we're going to take a quick look at Bumblebee. Okay, like I said at the beginning, unfortunately, I cannot find my other version of Buzzworthy Bumblebee. I gotta dim the lights a little bit. Yeah, there we go, because the yellow is kind of overpowering. Um, but this is the same figure, transforms the same way. I'll have a card in the description below. Um, I almost want to say that head and face might be new. No, I don't think it is. But in terms of the coloring, I know that the blue here on the windshield is a little bit lighter, and maybe the yellow is a touch lighter. But like I said, the big difference is that gun. And it does store in vehicle mode, which is great. Unfortunately, there's really, well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. No, no, that's not working. Not gonna fit. No, 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 no. Oh wait, it goes this. Nope, you can't stick it in the butt. But yeah, so I mean, this is the same figure as that core Bumblebee, so it's the same issues that you would have all along in terms of, if you notice, oh, that popped off. Uh, how the hand is molded in terms of and then holding the gun. I mean, you can get it to hold the gun straight. It's just if you look at it from the inside, it looks a little weird. But this is a fun figure. I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy the fact that it is included with Prime. And like I said, it can fit into trailer. You can't have Roller and Bumblebee in vehicle mode in the trailer at the same time, so there is that. But it works. There's weapon storage for that blaster in the trailer or the other blaster, like I mentioned. So this is a nice accessory. I shouldn't say accessory. This is a nice inclusion and a good update. Um, so yeah, how about we pause and take a look at Optimus Prime? Okay, so one of the things I wanted to start off showing with Optimus Prime here is that it can hold the axe and the ion blaster at the same time. You have to have this hitch piece removed for it to work, since the ion blaster pegs into that 3mm port. Also, the axe is sliding into tabs that have actually been there since the original release of Optimus Prime, which again makes me kind of wonder, was the axe always an intended use of the mold? And stuff like that. But it's very easy to remove, just like that. Other than that, clearly, as we've said a few times already, this is an animated design of Optimus. Lighter blues, lighter reds, and you have white here on the hinges. Now, some people, I should say about, I think I've seen about two who've complained that this white plastic is that grainy, soapy plastic that we first saw with Siege Apeface. He comes out looking dull right away and has a tendency to yellow a lot quicker, apparently. I don't see that there. I mean, at least on mine, I'm looking at it. This looks like a very vibrant white to me. But I am curious, was this plastic used on the original release of Optimus Prime? And really, the only way we're going to get to that is to compare the robot modes. So let's go from to this. And before I bring in Kingdom Optimus Prime, like I said, I wanted to show that you can use that hitch piece as a shield, and that is very nice. It works the same way as how you attach the axe. You just fold the fist in, and it takes into that 3mm port. Unfortunately, there's no way to store it on the figure when you're not using it. I mean, the ion blaster you could technically peg in down there, and I'm pretty sure you can even peg the axe in down there as well. Uh, yeah, so but that looks a little strange, but and of course you can of course have Prime hold the ion blaster just like that, and as we all know and enjoy the character. But let's go ahead and bring in the Kingdom release, uh, just so we can get to the comparisons here. I almost grabbed Bumblebee. But as you can see, yeah, the original Kingdom release, I would say, has the more toy accurate deco of the silver, the darker blue, the darker red, whereas this one is the more animation. Now, again, bringing in to take a look at these thighs. See, I thought this was painted, but now looking at it, it's very possible it was molded in that color. And I can't tell if it's the same type of plastic. See, if this was painted, which means it was molded in white, that means this release was planned for quite a while, which I'm a little curious about. But as you can see close up, it is basically just the same. It is the same figure, just different detailing, different colors. I do want to say this one feels a little bit tighter. Not that this one was that loose, but again, in terms of transformation and stuff, the same issues, the same little having ball joints on top of ball joints makes it a little difficult to get things to line up. But overall, this one feels like a more complete figure and a more complete package, which I think is important to note. Um, so yeah, I guess that's really all there is to say. I'll give you a little spin of the back here with these guys. And how about we just pause? Oops. Go drunk prime your home. Let's pause and come back with my final thoughts. I have really ended up liking this set a lot more than I thought, and I'm really happy about that because I just think these are fun figures. And I appreciate finally with the core class getting a little bit of a play set in terms of the trailer and getting like more accessories. I do find it kind of interesting, like, was the trailer planned all along? Because you figure core Bumblebee, including being included with Spike, that was sold at like a deluxe price point. And I was trying to think is like if you did core Optimus with the trailer, roller, the axe, and that hitch piece, could that been in like a deluxe or maybe closer to a Voyager? I mean, to be honest, I think the only way they could have, in terms of pricing this set, was to do it combined like this. And like I said, it's about $45, $50 before shipping and a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So I know some of you that might turn your nose up at the cost, but for me, I think the value is there, and this is really fun. Now, are we going to get a Decepticon one with an animation accurate Megatron and Starscream that includes like the Energon Mace? That well, I mean, we already have that Walther since Megatron's battle. Do we get another complete Walther Megatron, or that's core scale? In terms of the base, what would they include? Like a launching pad or something? I mean, that's actually, I don't know. What I do know is, I was thinking about this. What's next with this set? Well, how about Nem the Nemesis Prime that was just released being, because remember, that only came with the Energon Axe. So they do it like this, that they maybe instead of going Nemesis Prime, they do a black convoy colors, which there is a difference, including a trailer, and you do Bumblebee as Bug Bite, the white GoBot, which that is an accepted and usual repaint for Bumblebee now. That's something you can do. I was also thinking, what about doing another Santa Optimus Prime, Christmas 2024, cap off the 40th anniversary season? You do, you know, because of this scale, we might be able to get a lot more paint detail. I mean, imagine, Prime, just do him up as Santa Prime, Bumblebee, do him up as an elf. You could do Roller in like, red, white, and green. Maybe, I remember on the original Roller, there was like a little light, so maybe find a way to work like a little, like something that looks like a clear piece of plastic that looks like a Christmas light bulb. um, Stuff like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and definitely I would double dip for that because I'll be honest with you, I like the Santa Prime that was done with that Volvo release, but when I was transforming it back at the end of the season, I'm like, I'm not going to do this every year. So if they do it in the core class, that definitely can be a regular holiday display piece for me. The other thing I was thinking about, and by the way, I'm not even touching G2, Shattered Glass. I mean, the other thing, Ultra Magnus. Now, hear me out. We saw with this plate and the accent stuff, there's a way to attach stuff to Optimus Prime. Do a G1 toy style Ultra Magnus. You have the white Prime, and then new trailer that can, you know, it doesn't come apart like the Siege or Kingdom version, or as in many pieces, but you can strap Optimus Prime in there and attach like the fists to the Ultra Magnus forearms to the fist sockets, cover the, I think there's a way to do it, and I think that would be kind of cool to see. So yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of potential for this set. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll have to see what Hasbro's going to do. This just might be a one and done, special thing. Which, if that's it, then fine, whatever. But I'm just saying, uh, this would be kind of cool. So again, for like the third time, this is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. It is in stock now. Um, if you want to wait to see if other retailers are going to get it, go ahead. But they might have it at a higher price point. But either way, I definitely do recommend this set. So that's about it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. I have a Patreon, www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. $1 a month, $12 a year. You guys know the spiel. And let me just also add, I do read every comment. I may not respond, but I will like it or give it a heart or something if I think it's pretty good. And I don't mind negative comments. I know there's a lot of people who took issue with a lot of my shorts and stuff, and I was just having fun. So, go ahead. I mean, I don't mind. We're all here. for the same things, but definitely, I want you to know that I do read your stuff. And, some of you have some great insights and ideas that I do appreciate you sharing with me. Uh, and also, as I said, the subscribing, that does help with the algorithms. 83% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed, and that really does affect the performance of my channel. And it's funny because that also comes from a lot of you who are saying my channel should be a lot bigger. Well, one has to do with the other. But that's about it. This is your old pal Chuck for Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Roller, the most beloved G1 character of all time. We will see you next time.